Hey everybody, it's Christian. Just here with this new kind of web series I'm thinking about doing is documenting my gender change for like legal documents and things. And for me, if folks don't know, it's a little more complicated. I currently live in the US, but I am originally from the UK. I'm British. My accent, I know, it will probably change throughout this video now that I mentioned that. Surprise. But basically, what that means is, so I'm a citizen of the UK, British citizen, and I'm not a citizen in the US. So I'm currently in the US on a work visa, an H-1B visa. I think I've talked about this before on my channel, but if not, there it is. And I'm looking at, I want to change my gender and my name, because currently my name and my gender is still listed as female, and my name is my birth name still on all legal documents, both in the US and in the UK. And I want to change that just because, luckily where I work here in the US, it's fine. I can go by my preferred name of Christian, and most documents at work and things like that are fine. It's just some things with HR and different things like that. But things with, so like applying for my visa in the US, I have to use my birth name, which is because it's my legal name right now, and my female gender. And so when my employees had to write a letter for me to get my work, my employer, when my employer had to write a letter for me to get my work figured out, they had to use she, her, hers pronouns for me to reference me in a letter and things like that. So it's not a huge, like I said, my work currently has been very open to working with me, which I super appreciate. And it's really nice to have that kind of supportive environment at work. But I'm really looking to change my name and my gender just to really, because at this point I've been kind of transitioning from 5 years, I think. I'm gonna have to date check that. 4 years maybe? 4 years on, I just have my 4 years on T like this year. So it's just feeling like it's time to change that. And I think once I can figure this out, kind of from then on, throughout my life, it'll just be my preferred gender and my gender and my name. So I'm hoping to change that. So, like I said, it's kind of a complicated process. So, because I want to change everything in the UK, which shouldn't be too hard from my understanding. But then once I change everything in the UK, that makes all my US documentation wrong at that point. And so I don't actually know if I'll be able to, I won't be able to stay in the US with all of that information. I'm currently in the future going to be changing my status in the US back to a student, hopefully. I'm looking at doing my PhD in sociology. I've applied this year, so hopefully I'll get in, fingers crossed for that. So I'll be changing back to an F1 visa for that in the US. And so because and to change that, I have to go back to the UK anyways over the summer to change my visa information. I'm also hoping to change my name and my gender in the UK at that time. And so this is just kind of to say I'm not quite sure of all that process. And so I kind of want to take the time to document my process and what I'm going through YouTube, just because I think it's a nuance that people don't necessarily always talk about. And it's something that for me, it's been really hard for me to also find resources about it as well. And so I want to kind of put this kind of series out there just to see where I go, just because I want to be a helpful tool to people who might be experiencing that in the future, and kind of talk about some tips and tricks from there. So I wanted to say that this is going to document my own personal experience, so it's very specific to me. So one, to be a UK citizen living in the US, I recognize that that's a very specific experience, and so I know that this won't necessarily apply to all folks, but I want to be a resource for folks that it does, or at least be tips for that. I'm probably going to try to find a hashtag or something to link all of these experiences together. So far, I haven't really figured that out, and I've been really bad at making videos on YouTube, I know, but I do want to get better at it. So this is the first step to doing that. I just want to say that that was going to come out. So be on the lookout for those videos. They should be coming through pretty soon. I'll kind of make updates as and when. That might be kind of sporadic. I don't think I'll have a consistent making of the videos or when I'll be able to publish them. It'll just kind of depend on when things are happening and when I have time to post. With that being said, I recognize that YouTube is not always an accessible forum for people that cannot visually experience or audibly experience YouTube in that way. And although YouTube does auto captioning, it sucks. Let's be real. Depending on your accent and it doesn't work all the time. Unfortunately, I don't think I have the capacity at this moment in time to caption and transcribe all of my videos. I would like to do that, particularly for this series and moving forwards. That's something I want to look at doing. However, given that at this moment in time I can't guarantee that I will do that for all of my videos, I will be also doing a blog post in my WordPress website, which I've had for like years and don't really go on, but I'm going to make that a revival too. So I'll be blogging also about this experience through that as well, just sharing like tips and tricks and things like that. So I would say that I'm going to put the name of the website in my website, the blogs, in the link in the description below. And the videos here might be more of my like talking about what I'm doing, but also my emotional kind of like venting vlog, kind of like a vlog style, whereas I think in the blog post I'll try to be more specific to the process and kind of helping with that. Yeah, so if you have any questions or comments as I go along, I would love to kind of do that. See that from folks. So give this a thumbs up if you think that'd be something interesting to you, and yeah, I will update you as I go. All right, take care everybody. Hope you have a good day. Bye.